Donald Trump said plenty in the halls outside on the first day of his New York civil trial, but inside the courtroom, he had to let his posture and expression do the talking. So, what statement did he make, according to a body language expert? On October 2, 2023, former President Donald Trump appeared in a Manhattan courtroom to hear the opening statements of a civil fraud trial. In September 2022, New York Attorney General Letitia James filed a massive $250 million lawsuit against Trump and his organization, claiming that the politician and his adult sons were running their businesses in a fraudulent manner by inflating the value of their assets. If found liable, Trump could be banned from conducting business in the state of New York. The trial kicked off in a big way. Never one to shy away from self-promotion, Trump, who's running for president again in 2024, told cameras outside the courthouse that the trial was an attempt to smear his name before the election.
It's election interference. They're interfering with the presidential election of 2024.
Trump's trademark bluster died down a bit as the opening statements began, but his body told a different story. Jess Ponce III, body language expert, communication coach, and co-author of Awesome, 7 Keys to Unlock the Speaker Within, told the list that Trump remained as furious and combative as ever as the opening statements rolled in. Ponce observed, "Trump is definitely doing his best to remain composed. Image is everything to him, and for him to sit there, not in control of the situation or narrative, definitely makes him uncomfortable." Despite Donald Trump's attempt to play it cool, Ponce spotted several signs of anxiety bubbling beneath his outwardly calm appearance. His downright mean mugging of everyone around him was one sign. He noted, "This is to the point where he most definitely wants to explode. This explains the scowl on his face, which we've seen is not uncommon when he has to sit quietly." Ponce went on to tamp down rumors that Trump looked afraid during the trial, saying, "The look in his eyes is thoughtful. While some may see worry, there is more of a calculating glare in them. He's very aware that people are watching him, and he remains steadfast about his innocence, and that he is the victim of a witch hunt. His internal dialogue may be telling him to look strong and determined, even if he comes across as distant or angry, which actually is quite okay and on brand for him." Trump was obviously holding back some choice words as the people around him spoke, which was made all too evident by his forward posture, Ponce observed. "He is leaning a bit forward. This is typical of someone who is alert and ready. In his case, it might be a sign that he is alert and ready to attack. He's holding everything close to his chest, but one thing is for sure, he's not cracking under the pressure. If anything, he is preserving his energy until he has the figurative and literal microphone." NBC News notes that Trump has claimed he will take the stand to testify in the trial. Donald Trump's presence at the New York courthouse, although not mandatory, was most likely a strategic move, inadvertently confirmed by a statement to reporters. He noted he came to watch this witch hunt himself, CNN reported, but his assertive body language suggested a more active role than mere observation. Additionally, body language expert Judy James noted to CNN that Trump employed his trademark angry/sad expression, a tactic to project his alpha male status. By doing so, Trump conveyed an air of readiness to deliver whatever was on his mind. While the former POTUS didn't address the court directly during Monday's proceeding, Trump's previous Truth Social post lashing out at the judge who found him liable for fraud exposed his vulnerability. Trump's rhetoric also awkwardly echoed his past unsubstantiated claims of systemic voter fraud during the 2020 election, when he pointed fingers at everyone but himself for his loss.
They want to silence me.
Trump's appearance in court served as an additional statement in itself. Trump, once again, thrust himself back into the spotlight, effectively transforming the trial into another presidential campaign event with him at the center. The looming question remains, how sustainable is Trump's unconventional approach to gaining votes by crying wolf before it backfires? It seems it already has to a degree. On Tuesday, October 3rd, Judge Arthur Engoron issued a gag order banning any of the parties in the trial from making public comments about his staff following a Trump Truth Social post about the court clerk.